What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to Boo TV. Like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get into this one for today. So, Russell Westbrook left the last preseason game early due to a hamstring injury. And coincidentally, this was also the first game that was part of the experimental realignment of Russell Westbrook coming off the bench with the second unit. Now, I've been looking at a few YouTube videos and reading a lot of people's comments on social media and comment sections and what have you. And a lot of people are clowning Russ, saying that he's faking the injury, saying that he's not hurt, but he got his feelings hurt, and that he just didn't want to play anymore, that he abandoned the team. Good for him. He deserves it. I hope he tore his hamstring. The Lakers are better off. A blessing in disguise. I've heard everything. Everything. Me personally, this is my opinion, I really doubt Russell Westbrook would fake an injury. He ain't built like that. Despite all the drama going around on the organization, despite all the hardships he's facing right now, trying to find a role on his team, trying to find a way to contribute to this team the way they want him to contribute, despite all that, Russell Westbrook still ain't no sucker, and Russell Westbrook will not fake an injury. I would find that very hard to believe. He's not cut from that cloth. You know what I mean? He ain't cut like that, man. He cut from a different cloth. He's very, very old school mentality. You know, get up. Tough. Fight through what I can reasonably. If he felt like he had a situation where with his hamstring and he didn't want to risk it in a meaningless preseason game, and should probably pack it up for the night before possibly doing more damage to it, I think that is the smart thing to do, especially with hamstring injuries, because they are very tricky, and when you think you've gotten over it, they will pop up again. So it's best to nip that in the bud as early as possible before you can probably aggravate the injury or make it worse. So I highly doubt he was faking an injury. Russ ain't built like that. Like, I get all the jokes and stuff, ha ha ha, but he ain't. I ain't about to call this man out. He's too much of a competitor. He's way too much of a competitor, and really wants to go out there and help his team win. But they're having trouble figuring out a way where they can capitalize on what Russell Westbrook can give them. And I just put out a video about Russ recently. It's not going to happen because he just doesn't fit at all. Russ needs his own team. Point blank period. Point blank period. He cannot coexist with LeBron. But anyway, I was talking about that in another video. Ain't no way in hell Russ faking an injury. I nope. If you would have told me, maybe Ben Simmons was faking an injury of some sort, you could have you. I'm with you. I'll put my bank account on that. But Russ, nah, he ain't cut like that. He ain't built like that. Dude's a competitor. He ain't no pussy. He's tough. He's willing. Hey, the man got to be tough because he been taking AK-47 fire for the last year, and he's still standing. You got to be tough. Oh man, can you imagine most players taking the amount of scrutiny Russ took last year? All that bullshit he had to go through. Most players would have tapped out talking about they have to leave due to mental health problems. Ruff is tough mentally and physically. So I ain't about to call this man out his name saying that he's faking. He has done nothing in his career to make me believe he would fake an injury. In fact, he's done everything in his career to make me believe that he would not fake an injury. So I ain't about to call this grown-ass man out his name. This man that was a better basketball player than I ever was. Knows more about basketball than I ever could. Like, there's levels to this, you know. Like, I play ball, and I think I'm pretty smart when it comes to basketball, but there's levels to this. He is a pro player. At the end of the day, he knows what he's doing, right? Anywho, that's all I gotta say. What do you think about the situation? Do you think Russ was faking it or not? I actually did see video. People. Oh yeah, that was another thing. People were like, "Oh, he's not limping hard enough." I was like, "There's different severities to hamstring injuries. You're not always going to walk with a noticeable limp." And you can even see him massaging the hamstring before he went out the game when he started feeling it. So apparently everybody's a doctor now. Everybody's a medical expert on hamstrings specifically. Specifically medical experts on Russell Westbrook's hamstring at that. Anyway, yo, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about it. If you don't like what I said and if you think I'm a piece of shit, go ahead and hit the dislike button and unsubscribe if you were already subscribed. Appreciate you either way for stopping in. Take care, y'all. Be safe. Catch you on the next one. We out, baby.